Yes, Baba Tunic? What do you have there? A brown paper bag. What does he have inside his brown paper bag? Let's see. What does he have inside his paper bag? Feelings. You want to talk about feelings?
Guess what? I don't have a paper bag, but I have a book today, and the title is The Paper Bag Princess.
Okay, in today's story, a dragon burnt down Elizabeth's castle, burnt all her nice things, and took her prince away. Will she be able to get her prince back? We'll just have to wait and see.
When we read this story today, we're going to be looking at the different emotions in this story. How do you know how a person is feeling? You look at their face. And you look at what is going on around them. The Paper Bag Princess, story by Robert Munch, art by Michael Marchenko. Are you ready? Let's go! Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a beautiful castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a brown paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forests and horses' bones. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door and a huge knocker on it. She took a hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out the door and said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I already ate a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slapped the door so fast, Elizabeth almost got her nose cut. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away! I love to eat princesses, but I've already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait!" shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you're the smartest and the fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon. And he took a huge deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burned 50 forests. "Fantastic! Fantastic!" said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burned 100 forests. "Magnificent! Magnificent!" said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath, but this time, nothing came out. The dragon did not even have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds? "Why, yes," said the dragon, and jumped up and flew around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic! Do it again! Do it again!" So the dragon jumped up and flew around the world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk. He lay down and went straight to sleep. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." But the dragon didn't move. She lifted up his ears, put her head right inside, and shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon was so tired, he didn't even move. Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you're a mess. You smell like ashes, and your hair is all tangled, and you're wearing a dirty brown paper bag. Come back when you're dressed like a real princess." "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really nice,
You look like a real prince.
but you are a bomb." They didn't get married after that. The end. What emotions did we see in the story today? How do you think the dragon felt when Elizabeth said, "Oh my goodness, he was the most magnificent dragon"? He felt proud. He felt happy. How do you think Elizabeth felt after she saved Ronald and he told her she smelled like ashes and her hair was tangled and she looked a mess? How do you think Elizabeth felt? Tired? Yeah, she was tired. Excited? No. Worried? No. Angry? More like it. Another emotion. How do you think Ronald felt when Elizabeth saved him? Do you think he was excited? Or do you think he was sad? How do you think Elizabeth felt when the dragon smashed her castle and burned all her nice clothes with his fiery breath? How do you think she felt? How do you think she felt when she saw Ronald? P. How do you think she felt when Ronald was ungrateful?